What is cool if you're handsome but creepy if you're ugly? I have a friend who has women literally swoon over him. Like, I thought that sort of stuff only happened in movies and cartoons until I met him. He is also clumsy as FCK. He has spilled drinks over women, knocked them over, accidentally hit them because he was using his arms too much when telling a story, etc. I've never seen a woman get mad at him once. If anything, they're glad it happened. Let's say you have a higher tolerance buffer in a lot of contexts. I once was called creepy for sitting alone at lunch minding my own business. Winking. I'll bring my personal experience around that. I used to be overweight for many years and I managed to create my own business through a lot of work and many fails. With women, it was kinda complicated as well as you are watched really weirdly when you try to speak to a girl in a bar or you get easily friend-zoned. And one day I just decided to take more care of me by eating healthier and going to gym. To be honest, I changed nothing about me except my appearance. And it was like finding the golden ticket. Everything is way easier when you look good and healthy. People tend to trust you more. Even in the working world. I was networking a lot at the beginning for my business to start and wasn't that easy to get some people actually calling back. The funniest is that my skill set was the same. And so was my behavior to people. But it seems that people are naturally attracted and are more tolerant to someone who looks good and healthy. Certain eyeglasses. If you're hot it's stylish but if you're ugly you look like a sex offender. Sitting on a park bench watching your child play. Karens definitely react differently. Saturday morning after spending hours crying and just throwing on sweats and taking your kid to a park. Excuse me, can you move, you're making my kids uncomfortable. Saturday morning after you've showered, shaved, and have khakis and a polo on. Oh hi, how are you doing? The South is weird. Thanks. 365 days. Imagine it with an ugly guy. So basically, kidnapping. Edit. I don't like the movie and I don't think it's cool. But I have some friends that like that movie and don't think it's creepy or something, so that's why I wrote it. Okay, I'm going for the creepiest answer award. Talking to children. Edit for boring bonus anecdote. I had an empty seat next to me on a long distance bus. A small girl was put to the bus all by herself by her granny because the bus was fully booked or something and only the girl got a ticket. Granny asked around who could look after her for the trip. I would have liked to as I've worked as a kindergarten teacher. But being a dude, waited in silence a long while until a young woman in front of me volunteered. The girl's parents were thankfully waiting for her at the destination city, so it's not like she was abandoned. But it was a weird situation. The end. Facial hair. Mustache can work if you look like Tom Selleck or Sam Elliott. Most of the time you look like a sex case that is probably on a register somewhere. Beard can also look great on a good looking guy, but on a not so conventionally handsome man, they can make one look like a deranged street person. Being the male protagonist in a romance movie. Yup. If the main guy in 50 Shades wasn't a good looking guy, it would have been a horror film. Literally anything that can be construed negatively or positively can be decided by a person's attractiveness. Standoffish and unfriendly, strong and uncaring, decisive, or a sholish and arrogant, quiet and antisocial, somber and stoically deep, or weird and uncomfortable, talkative and loud, magnetic and charming, or childish and obnoxious. I could go on, but the point is there. Of course society isn't as black and white and there are other attractive elements that decide this difference in perception between physical appearance. That is assuming to a degree personative charisma, or an attractive personality as well, but that doesn't change the fact of natural over-exaggeration in negative and positive perceptions of attractive and less attractive people. Stalking. Movies romance the idea for handsome types and vilify it when someone isn't handsome. Honestly, pretty much anything. Name any bold fashion choice, accessory, hairstyle, facial expression, or human interaction. And it becomes creepy on an ugly dude, or any ugly person. Being quiet and antisocial. I have a son that is incredibly good looking. Because he is handsome, they find him mysterious, brooding, haunting. SI. He's actually just really shy and a bit anxious and doesn't like social situations. If he were ugly, he'd be a creep AF. Good thing he gets his looks from you so. Being shy. I've been called a creep too many times to count because I get social anxiety. Being into video games and anime. Ugly gamer equals loser. Boring. Hot gamer equals quirky. For men. Being in a relationship with an attractive woman. If you're handsome, people think you guys make a cute couple. If you're ugly, or even slightly below average, people either think the girl is a gold digger, or just get plain jealous because they think they are a better option for her than you are. Repeatedly sliding into my DMs. Flirting. Flirting can be extremely creepy coming from attractive guys too. Take the movie 50 Shades of Grey. Replace Mr. Grey with an ugly, mid-class man instead of a rich and handsome one and people will realize how creepy his behavior is. It's pretty ironic how the fans of this movie were blinded by the character's wealth, fortune, cool cars and his appearance just as much as Anna in the film got blinded by it. Again. Replace Jamie Dornan by Danny DeVito and people would want the film banned for promoting objectification of women and shit when that's already what Grey is doing. He wanna make Anna an object to spank her really hard. And he manipulate her in order to do that. There is a meme going around of one of the scenes but someone has photoshopped Gru's face from Minions onto the guy and it says does that make you happy baby girl and IF King die laughing every time. Apparently. Even looking at a girl's direction. Obligatory that person is probably not your friend comment. Asking someone on a date. I once worked at a local pool as a lifeguard. While I was working there a co-worker, female, laid a complaint against a customer for asking for her number. The customer even got a warning from one of the pool's managers. Fast forward to less than 1 month later and the same co-worker is going on a date with a customer who asked for her number while she was at work. Apparently it was okay for him to ask because he was cute but the other customer was ugly so he should have known to stay away anyway. Apostrophe. I hated working at that place. The people were weird. Dressing in an emo style. Long hair for men. Short hair for women. If you are overweight it's worse. Even being friendly. I used to work in a very predominantly female field. I had to orientate new hires. One of the most common things I ask at the end. If there's anything you have a question about or that or need answered for you let me know. We'll figure it out. The amount of times I heard I'm married or ugh I have a boyfriend was ridiculous. I got married and my wife said you shouldn't be so nice women get the wrong idea. You are nice and don't want anything. And many women don't understand that. It's very infuriating. Noticing details. Damn you're right. Fat. Short and pimply Sherlock with shrill voice. My lady. Your lipstick is too worn for your story to make sense. Also your shoulders have red lines from bra straps chafing them yet you are not wearing any right now. My friend who is a full-time bikini model burps a lot. Like. She has to take medicine to do it less than she normally would. Dudes think it is so adorable. Burp once and it's like I just took a shitty on the floor. Woo. Existing. Flirting. Or even being nice. If you're attractive it's okay 99% of the time. If you're unattractive it's creepy and disgusting. Exactly. People say confidence is attractive and can compensate for being unattractive. But the truth is that confidence is only attractive when the person displaying it is attractive. Of course. People often mistake arrogance for confidence all the time. Which further clouds matters. Wearing jeans and a snug fitting t-shirt. In my 20s I could wear this out on the weekend and talk to girls all night. Now, in my 40s, I would clearly be delusional if I thought a stranger thought I looked good dressed like that. I was shore fishing once and caught a huge bass. I asked a lady and her teenage daughter that were walking by if they could take my picture, and after a few moments of hesitation the mom said, "I'm sorry. We're not comfortable with this." From that day forward I realized that I had gone from young attractive guy to creepy middle-aged dude. I am thankful to that woman, however, because there is nothing worse than someone who makes people uncomfortable but is clueless that they put people in that situation. We didn't do anything wrong that should have made someone uncomfortable. I feel like this whole thread is full of a lot of people self-projecting. Inviting a random person walking in the street to your place. So it was 6 AM and I was walking home wasted from Subway to my place, and some handsome dude tried to chit chat and eventually invited me over. I laughed about how random it was. Afterwards, I know I would define this creepy if the dude was an ugly one. Oopsie. I'd be wary of this no matter the handsomeness of the person in question. An eye patch, honestly. Or are aboard a pirate ship. Trying to form a relationship with a new person that exceeds saying hi every once in a while. Staring at someone from across the bar. Calling a stranger. Literally anything if you're a guy. Any kinds of pickup lines. Girls will swoon over whatever Netflix writes for their hostage Noah Centipede to say in his latest movie, but if that exact sentence was said to them by someone who isn't conventionally attractive. Sadly. Being transgender. Talking to women. Talking. Flirting. Asking us out. Acid in la communist. Wearing speedos. I recently found out my mom calls them weenie bikinis. Nope. Not even when you're attractive. When fellow humans use our chlorophyll.